Free at last. Free at last. Gervonta Davis, free at last. Couple things to talk about here. Should split it in 2 videos, but I'm not. Now make sure you like and subscribe and leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Also give me a follow on Twitter. First and foremost, let me get this out there. The New York State Athletic Commission has decided not to alter the draw between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. They're letting it stay. Okay? So Tank Davis is still the super featherweight champion. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you. If you say, hey, Hood champion, how do you feel about that? I mean, of course, no one really cares about my opinion because it doesn't influence anything. But if you ask me, I'm going to tell you, if somebody walks out, shoots somebody in the head, a public execution, what do? Okay? You've got the proof. You see that someone went out there and committed a murder, and you let them walk free. To me, that's what we saw there with Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. There was a violation, okay? And the New York State Athletic Commission had an opportunity to right the wrong. It's right in your face. There's no gray area. But you don't want to reconsider anything. You left the decision as is, and I just think that's horrible, man. 115, 113 on one scorecard, and 114 on the other two. I just think that's disappointing. But the bottom line, Gervonta Davis, he moves forward. Lamont Roach does as well, but I would hope that they force the rematch. Like, at this point in time, the two of them need to get back in the ring sooner than later, man. And I see that a lot of people are saying, look, man, Roach, well, half the people are saying if Roach rematched Gervonta Davis, he's going to beat him. He'd probably knock him out this time. Other people are saying, nah, Gervonta Davis, he was fighting like Devin Haney. That's why he looked the way he did. Gervonta Davis didn't fight like Gervonta Davis. So here in the rematch, expect this fight to end within the distance with Gervonta Davis being the winner and winning by knockout. So my thing is this. Just how much boxing did Gervonta Davis do? Now, I watched the fight. He mixed it up. He stood his ground on some shots. He was going to the body. He was jabbing. He was boxing. But the problem, and that's why I think it's funny when they say, hey, he was fighting like Devin Haney. That's why he lost the fight. People feel he deserved to have a loss on his record. The problem is when Gervonta Davis fought like Gervonta Davis, Lamont Roach had an answer. And then when Gervonta Davis was boxing and fighting like what some people are saying, he fighting like Devin Haney, Lamont Roach had an answer. So how do you go back and regroup, okay, against a guy who has, what I would call it an unofficial win against you, but he had an answer for almost everything you did. And I think the same way Lamont Roach was able to control almost everything Tank did in that ring, I think Tank is going to have to figure out a way to make sure that he can force Lamont Roach to lose control. And the way in doing that, to me, I think is just being Tank Davis. Tank, his hands were faster, but Lamont Roach was timing him. Power-wise, Lamont Roach, I'm not saying he hit like Tank, but he hit hard enough for Tank to stay honest in that ring. There's something special about the hands of Lamont Roach. But I'm just trying to figure out how Gervonta Davis is going to be able to go back into the lab and to train to a point where he can gain the confidence he needs to come into that fight and get a knockout. Because that's what he wants. Because if he gets back on his toes and starts boxing, which we all know Gervonta Davis can do, you're just not really used to seeing him do it. But he can't come in there and turn into Devin Haney again. Not even for 25% of the fight. He needs to be Tank. I think that's his best bet. Just get in there and let his hands go guns blazing. But at the same time, Lamont Roach had an answer for everything he did, and if Gervonta Davis comes in there with the high guard and just steps to him and tries to walk him down, it could play right into Lamont Roach's hands. Lamont Roach looked bigger than him. He looked stronger than him. And he didn't seem bothered at all by any of Gervonta Davis's shots. There was one that Tank hit him with. Well, let me not say he didn't seem bothered. He had that Miguel Cotto face in there. You know, Miguel Cotto get hit, you can't tell he's hurt. Lamont Roach was getting hit, and he really wasn't showing that he was hurt, even though I know he was getting hurt there at points. But the bottom line is, I think even the mind games and the mental strength he had to not even, it's like I want to allow Gervonta Davis to smell that blood. He's like, I can't let him know I'm hurt. I can't let him know he hit me hard. I can't let him know that I didn't like that. And that, to me, you just saw slowly, round after round, Gervonta Davis he couldn't figure it out. And he was losing his confidence. But that being said, let's see what happens next. Because my understanding is Lamont Roach has already signed his part saying, hey, I want the rematch. It's on Gervonta Davis. Now, Gervonta Davis did come out during the post-fight press conference and said, look, Lamont Roach won't be next. Who is he going to fight? I think it's Pitbull Cruz in a rematch. No, we're talking about Jake Paul, but Pitbull Cruz came into his locker room. So I think it's Pitbull Cruz he's going to fight the rematch. PBC versus PBC. You know how they roll over there. Anyway, see how it goes. But, man, I'm just shocked that the New York State Athletic Commission, man, they just left it as almost like I guess it kind of comes out as a win-win for both, you know. Lamont Roach doesn't take a step up or a step down. Gervonta doesn't take a step up or a step down. But what sucks about it is Lamont Roach may not get the opportunity to rematch Gervonta Davis and get the opportunity to win those belts and then to go on and fight for multiples of millions of dollars. And that's the part that for me is like, damn. I understand with the A side, you guys hear me talking about the 18 bullshit. I know there's certain perks that come with that, but man, Lamont Roach really getting jerked, man. Really, really getting jerked, because as far as the eyes of the public, they really feel that, and that he won that fight. And I'm gonna tell you, when you look at the scorecards, and then you take into consideration that Gervonta taking that knee wasn't counted as a knockdown. Lamont Roach won that fight. Like, there's nothing to discuss. It's no, well, no, I had it scored this way. Forget how you had it scored. Forget how I had it scored. Just look at how the judges had it scored. If the referee would have made the right call, or the judges would have had the balls to be like, okay, we're going to score this round the way we know it should be scored, then Lamont Roach would be the winner. Simple. Anyway, unfortunately for Lamont Roach, he may not get that chance in a rematch because Gervonta looked like he's full steam ahead another direction. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans all 7 continents. Did Gervonta Davis try to fight like Devin Haney? And is that why he was getting his ass binged in there against Lamont Roach? Or was it that Lamont Roach, whether Tank fought like Devin or he fought like Tank, Lamont Roach was just special on that night? I don't know. Y'all leave your opinions in the comments. I'm about to go to bed. In the breeze.